Captain Gray, Engineer Edison. Welcome to the Ember Hill Training Facilities. Please proceed through the basic combat program.
Nice shooting, Captain. Good shot! Wow, those mines really caused some damage. Did you see that? What a gun!
Welcome to the tactical training stage, Captain Gray. Use the new Sieger squadron to destroy the turret battery. Protecting the spot. I'm on it. Awaiting further instruction. A good technique. Your squadron can provide crucial support in many battle situations.
Now that was some serious firepower. This training was actually fun.
Thank you, Captain Gray. The special weapon test concludes today's training sequence. Good luck.
Captain Gray, I guess it's time to prove your abilities. We have a situation here that needs our immediate attention. My radar readings show one of our iron walls is being held captive by the Gothians. We have to free it from the dock and escort it through the Gothian sector to the gate in the north. Once we've reached the gate, the iron wall can bring it down and escape. Let's hurry now. Surprise is on our side.
Thank you, Captain Gray. We're moving out at full speed.
We're doing good so far. Now let's get some support from this squad shop.
I'm on it.
The bombers are dropping guided torpedoes. Quick, shoot them down when they're in the water. iron wall has weak front and rear armor. Protect it in the passage. Well, the Iron Wall's not exactly the fastest ship in the fleet. Looks like the Gothians managed to regroup.
This is Admiral Borosilov. All Gothian ships concentrate your attacks on the Empyrean Iron Wall. We must sink it! Attack!
Iron Wall is at the gate.
Very good. We're in position. Loading portside battery with heavy siege shells.
The gate is down! What a blast! You've shown some impressive fighting skills out there, Benjamin. We should now report to the Admiral. Old Dicey will be glad to hear that the missing sheep is returning to the herd. Good morning, Captain Gray.
If you say so. I've not seen hide nor hair of this treasure you brought us out here to find.
If you like, we can turn right around and rejoin the victory parade. They might like to know their war hero has gone off on an unsanctioned treasure hunt.
Ah, blackmail. I didn't know you had it in you.
The people would like to celebrate the man who brought about unconditional surrender.
Unconditional surrender, which will yield us about 2 yards of land.
It's more than 2 yards, I think. But I am certain about the treasure. I leave politics for someone else to worry about.
Yes, and I'm usually that one. I hope you're right about this treasure, Edison. Battle stations! Entering the Outer Rim rocks!
Battle stations? Are you expecting an uprising of seagulls?
I know you don't care for politics, but this area was an active war zone just 3 days ago. Not every Sumerian was quite so happy with the armistice. Keep watch, we may find adventure after all.
All this wreckage. We'll never maneuver our way around it.
Then we'll shoot right through those barrels.
I think adventure's calling. Radar picked up an enemy signal to the east. Is it... Corsairs?
Corsairs? They're nothing more than pirates. What would they hope to find here? All hands man the guns! Let's send these Corsairs back home! Corsairs are usually just a nuisance. I've never seen them operate in such numbers.
Then you really haven't seen this. I'm detecting a large force of Corsairs to the west with... a behemoth artillery ship!
Behemoth artillery? They were developed by the Gothian Empire. How did bloody Corsairs get in possession of siege weapons?
I don't know, but I do see Allied ships being held captive in a nearby bay. If we take down these turrets, we can get their support.
3 hours as chief engineer and you're already taking charge?
Squadron ready for orders.
Yes! The Sieger squad is joining us.
Excellent. The firepower of the Sieger ships will take care of these Corsair fleas. Now the Behemoth is another matter.
right away. Waiting further instructions.
Perfect! I knew I chose the right captain to sail with.
I was also the only one who would go on a treasure hunt that has yet to yield any treasure.
Squadron dismissed. Let's see what else is out there.
What have we here? The legendary Minotaur rocket base. So this is where they fired their wonder weapon.
Told you. A true treasure.
This is it? We came all this way for treasure only to find a useless ruin? I don't know who's sorrier, me or you.
It does look a little run down. But maybe if you could get me some parts.
Parts? Where am I supposed to get Samurian rocket parts?
Easy. From those ships sneaking away right there. We have to take them out before they get through this line. Perfect. Now let's hunt down the second ship. Hurry up! The last ship is getting away. Great hunting, Captain. Seems like all these spare parts are slowing us down. You can't go any faster, can you?
There are more courses coming, aren't there?
I told you there'd be treasure. I just didn't know everyone else wanted it too.
Haha, that's right. Back away. They're not so brave now that we have a Samurian rocket ready to fire. You are getting the rocket ready to fire, aren't you?
It had occurred to me, yes. Ready for the test. Fire the special weapon now.
Are you trying to kill us, Edison?
That was fantastic. It fired perfectly. Now for a real test.
A real test, hmm? There's a friendly base to the north, but as luck would have it, along the way there are quite a few courses whose numbers are up.
What is that, airplanes?
One threat at a time, Edison.
Nice shooting, Captain. I can already see the headlines. Naval hero ends Corsair menace. I forgot about the airplanes. Wait, Corsairs don't have aircraft.
Whoever they are, they seem to be in a hurry.
Are those?
Gothian bombers. A lot of them.
Are they joining the victory parade?
Wrong direction. They're headed towards our central bases.
No, they wouldn't do that. We're at peace.
All those coursers, the Gothian artillery ship. I'm ruling out sightseeing. Adventure of a different sort, I'm afraid. We'll move to intercept.
Captain, just to remind you, I've never actually served as chief engineer on an active warship.
To your post!
Aye, aye, Captain. They just keep coming. Do the Gothians even have that many airplanes?
Sadly, I fear they have plenty more. Let's see what we can do, shall we?
More bombers! Did they send the entire Gothian Air Force? The bombers, Captain. Focus on them before they tear the factory apart.
That's the Imperian base, Sylvania. We are under heavy attack by sea and by air. It's those backstabbing Gathans. We require immediate aid. Repeat.
How bad is it?
How bad? The radar is going crazy with enemy units.
I do like a challenge.
This is Captain Gray. Sylvania, hold tight. We are sailing to you at full steam.
Let's hope we can get there in time.
Captain Gray, it's an honor to meet the hero of Bullock Falls, but you could only bring one ship?
I've learned never to underestimate this old cruiser, and I can't really afford to start now.
More Gathans, we're being overwhelmed. Protect the base facilities.
They're coming so fast.
We're not dealing with disorganized pirates anymore, Edison.
And we're in the clear. You've certainly earned your reputation today, Captain.
Alas, reputation will not help us against all those bombers we saw.
Well, it's not much, but... I hope you got what you needed, because the Gathans have surrounded our last defensive fleet in the area. You're the only one equipped to handle it.
Listen, I've tapped into the Gothian's frequency.
Operation Wise has been a complete success, but there do seem to be a few resilient enemy ships. I'm sending one of our prize cruisers.
You know your duty. I want no enemy survivors.
The Gothians mean business. But as it so happens, I know this game.
Oh my. Talk about swatting a fly with an armored juggernaut. Watch out for that torpedo battery.
Right away.
was amazing. A mere cruiser taking down something at least 5 times its size. You loved it. Admit it.
Yes. Well, the Sylvania base has adequate protection for now, but unfortunately, they now know we're here.
Who? The Gothians?
No. High Command. And Edison, I'm afraid you're not gonna like it.
Skycarrier Glacialis 427 arriving at rendezvous coordinates. Preparing to commence Hercules procedure.
We, and by we, I mean you, just saved the base and destroyed that crazy monster battleship. We are in no position to go anywhere.
We need to regroup in the north.
But really? We should stay here and figure out why the Gothians are attacking. Maybe look at their technology?
Edison.
Or find more treasure?
Edison. It's the airship, isn't it?
It takes nothing to bring them down. It's a miracle they stay aloft as it is. Maybe you should just throw me in the water now.
Can't be avoided, I'm afraid. Sometimes we have to do things we don't want. For a little adventure.
You're not listening. We are going to die.
Just focus on how incredibly cold it is, and you'll forget about the height.
It is cold. So cold the wings will ice.
We have no wings.
All the more reason.
For the love of God, Edison, get a hold of yourself and let go of me.
If we crash, they'd never find us.
All hands! Brace for impact!
We're going to die.
No, we're not. I hope.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Everyone all right?
Damage reports are coming in. Although not in the best shape, the ship is ready to sail and fight if need be.
I think need be, Captain. Those platforms don't look friendly, and the airship is long gone. I don't like this adventure at all. That new platform is launching warships. Better destroy it before they destroy us. That seems to be the main structure. Destroy it and we can radio for a lift out of here. I can't believe I just suggested that. I bet they regret underestimating you and this little cruiser. Captain, the Glacialis base just sent another sky carrier. Any chance we could just sail there? No?
Focus, Edison. Look, we're nearly there.
The old Glacialis facility. I've always wanted to go, but the only way to get here was by... And then they abandoned the experimental research. A shame, really.
One man's shame is our good fortune. I'm rather counting on those shipyards still having a few treasures left over.
I'm counting on nothing until we're back at sea level.
Welcome to Glacialis, Captain. You'll be receiving your orders shortly.
I think we had a warmer welcome when we crashed into the water.
Look, we're not dealing with the Samurians anymore. We could upgrade your, ship, but we need you up and running now. Please enter the Warship to make the transfer.
Yes! A brand new Sea Fury gunship!
Forget what I said earlier. This is quite a welcome.
The Glacialis prototype. Almost as fast as a cruiser, but with a punch of an iron wall. Command wants you to head north at once. You will receive orders en route. Here's the situation. We lost contact with the transport ship carrying a revolutionary new aircraft. Find it and report back.
Ah, the glory of war, running errands. I wish I had had a chance to miss it.
You'll like this errand. Trust me. It's for a secret prototype I'm not supposed to know anything about. No, these are Gothian mines. Do you think... No. How could they have found out about the prototype?
I could ask you the same thing.
Captain Gray, the Gothians just seized a channel outpost to your east. Be on alert.
Too late. We just found the transport ship. Or what's left of it.
Great. They must have gotten their hands on the prototype and are already planning to use it.
Maybe, maybe not. What say we have a look at that outpost? They don't know we're here yet.
Sounds like someone wants to be sneaky. Watch out for that patrol's searchlight. Stun mines. That's handy. We can use them to stun those patrols before they can raise an alarm.
Well, there goes our element of surprise.
The prototype!
It's larger than I anticipated. I wish I'd brought a bigger ship.
I've got an idea.
Care to share it?
You'll see. Hurry and dock before I change my mind.
All right, but I think we need to work a bit on our communication.
Whoa! Not bad. Not bad at all. Much better than an airship. And I know enough about it, I can lend you special support. You got them all! You should see yourself in action from up here, Captain.
You didn't do so badly yourself for a first flight.
Back to the base for me. My fuel is running low. I think I've crashed into the ocean enough for one lifetime.
The prototype's in working order. Excellent. We can use it against the Gothians to the east.
Thank you, Captain Gray. You accomplished what no one else could, Captain Gray.
Yes, quite so. But the Gothians have laid siege to our submarine docks. Please, go to the Warship. You may have to stand alone against a considerable force.
coming from every direction. I can barely keep track on the radar.
Empyrean defenders, I am Grand Admiral Rodion Borosilov of the Gothian Empire. Any resistance will be met with swift and decisive force. We are launching our attack now.
That was just the vanguard of their fleet? Have we been sent on a suicide mission?
Cease your resistance, or face the blazing inferno of our dragons! Give me no choice. Auxiliary force advance. Destroy the defiant Empyrean ships.
Vanquishers, Captain. Those ships are bad news.
Damn these obstinate Empyreans! Rally our forces, advance and attack, for the glory of our empire!
The radar is just full of them. Where's that support from Glacialis? Vorosilov is living up to his reputation. I don't think we're gonna make it against these odds.
We're dispatching the airstrike. Hold out. Help is on its way.
I've never been so glad to see an aircraft in my life. For a second, I thought our goose was cooked.
Gothians, fall back and regroup. The day is yet not over for us.
I would never have thought one small ship could hold back such a force, backed by Borosilov himself. You have my apologies. And my respect, Captain.
Took you long enough.
No need for apologies or acrimony. Let's toast our victory.
I'm on it.
The Gothian blockade is closing round us. We cannot risk losing our scientists to the enemy.
Then we'll try the notorious Vestigia Pass. With the storm brewing, they will just leave us to our fate. And that fate would be preferable to the one Vorosilov has in store.
Brilliant! All ships steer towards the Vestigia Pass.
Fellow Gothian sailors, reclaim our honor in glorious battle. Attack with full strength. Give them no quarter for the glory of our empire. Increase the pressure. Phase 2, attack!
Enemy submarines. Our torpedoes are armed and ready.
Grand Admiral, it looks like the quest to reclaim your honor is less than grand. Hold your tongue. The Imperials will fall. Indeed, now that I am here. Do not meddle with me, Vanderbolt. I am in command of the fleet. You will keep out of my way. No, Admiral. You will keep out of mine. Warfare has changed. You know that. It is my squadron that will continue where you have failed. Assist me or stand back.
We're almost to the Vestigia Pass. Just a little bit further.
It's hopeless, Gray. Yes, we know who you are, and that clever engineer of yours, Edison. You had a nice run, but time's up. Squadron, finish them!
We made it!
But at what cost? This bloody weather may finish us off.
Never been one for optimism, have you?
Cowards! You favor a slow, cold death over honorable defeat at our hands. How Empyrean. Squadron, withdraw, and leave these fools to the elements.
I don't see the convoy.
They are there.
No, they're not.
This is the Glacialis convoy. All ships have resumed formation.
Excellent. Some of us weren't so sure you'd make it. Stay close. Now, if only the Gothians would give up and go home. This adventure has turned sour.
Why would they attack in the first place? We've been allies for decades. I was looking forward to that proposed technology exchange.
We sure exchanged enough tech with them at Glacialis. Perhaps Borosilov and Vanderbolt prefer the old-fashioned way.
And those two, Borosilov is a senior commander. Why would he take orders from a braggart like Vanderbolt? What?
I thought you left politics for others to worry about.
This is different. This war is different. Don't you see it?
Sir, I'm picking up signals dead ahead, but we can't make contact with the base at Bear Bay for orders.
Then you'll have to make do with mine. Signal a convoy. We're gonna have us a look at these signals.
If the Gothian fleet somehow got ahead of us, I can't manufacture enough firepower to take them all on. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Relax, engineer. War may have changed, but I haven't.
All 4 ships have fallen in line. Not much of an attack force.
This isn't a game anymore, Squadron. Let's hope these signals don't lead us into big trouble.
A behemoth artillery ship battery. No wonder Bear Bay isn't responding.
Survivors from the Vestigia Pass, quickly protect the behemoth ships. Bear Bay must fall.
Borosilov. I'm done playing. We can't lose Bear Bay too. Let's...
Fantastic. 1 down. If we focus the squadron on the next one, it'll go down fast. Captain. We sent them to the bottom.
Bear Bay Station to Glacialis convoy. You sure saved our hides. Proceed to the base, but watch out for Gothian traps.
Good fellow. Been demoted to base captain, have you?
Benjamin Gray. Why am I not surprised I had to pull you out of the fire? Just like in the archipelago battle.
Excuse me, Captain Gray just saved your butt. Why weren't you able to fire?
She's got that curiosity you like, Gray. The truth is, some sort of energy pulse ran through the base and wham! We're running on dreams. Not very sporting, if you ask me.
A pulse that can disable an entire base? No one will be safe. We have to find whoever did it.
I was hoping you'd say that. I've got your speedboat all fitted out in the Warship.
There he is.
Blast these courser ships! We need to find another way.
An old minefield from yet another war, as if one weren't enough. And now we have more Gothian reinforcements.
At least the Gothians are having trouble with these mines too.
Quite a force to protect one measly Corsair. We must have a real pearl of technology on board, so let's grab it while we can.
Hello there! Thought I'd show you what a base commander can do. Drop into my squad shop to get the support you want.
Another Gothian trap. Hold out, Captain. These platforms don't look any easier than the last. He's getting away!
Relax. I got it handled. You sent him right to me. Nice, Captain. But that Corsair wishes he'd stayed out of politics.
I wish we were able to.
So, who wants his power-sapping pulse doohickey? Oh, sorry, Benjamin. You spoke too slow. I think your engineer called dibs.
Yes! I can't wait to give it a test drive. For us to test it, I mean.
Test? Ha! We know this baby works. Try it out on them and destroy those towers the Gothian sees in the east. That'll be test enough for me. Destruction was always your strong suit, Captain. Our constructor is on its way to rebuild our defenses. Make yourself useful and keep those Goths away. Finish those turrets with only seconds to spare. Time to show everyone what you're made of. What a show! I was envious, Gray. For about a minute. We're finally staging a counterattack. That old ball and chain high command wants you on escort duty up north. Better equip yourself and your squad and head for the rendezvous point.
Iron wall. Here? Look at the size of that broadside battery.
Captain Gray, our orders are to proceed north and dispatch a heavy gate. The Gothians foolishly think they're safe behind it. The Gargantus is ready to move out full steam ahead.
Full speed, huh? We might have time for a nap.
Just in case you've forgotten everything I taught you, Gray, an iron wall can sink any ship with its broadside. But that's it. From the bow and rear, it might as well be a tugboat.
Gargantus, prepare to load siege shells. Captain Gray, your orders are to keep these rats away from us.
Yes, sir, as long as we get ahead of these Goths for once.
Quite tough, but not tough enough. Ready another broadside. It's giving way. One more volley and we're through. Satisfaction. But that breach is too narrow for the Gargantus, and we will require all escorts for our protection. For our empire. You are on your own, Captain.
They know we're here. Listen.
The gate is breached. Admiral Barroso failed us at Glacialis, and again it.
I will not sit by and endure slander. The Imperians survived the Vestigia storms. An impressive feat. But they would not have reached the pass had you not meddled in my operation.
If your operation were so successful.
Is this the best the Imperial Gothian Navy has to offer?
Cerbera, Baroselov has proven his incompetence. He could not even succeed at Berbey.
How dare you! Even with the impulse device, we were surprised by the Imperians he insisted were dead.
Are you saying my impulse device was not enough?
No, I did not mean to imply.
Watch yourself, children. You and your squabbles might threaten our larger vision.
A ship has reached the maintenance canal. I'll take my squadron.
And do what? Lose more ships? Both of you are dismissed. I have other plans for the Imperians. Welcome. So few are willing to volunteer for testing, I find. I've ordered my crew to energize the Biotica Progenia. Please, put up a fight. It would be a shame to get less than accurate results.
What test? I don't like the sound of that, or the looks of that thing for that matter.
Impressive defiance. Good. I can now test my pet at full power. Should I say, good luck? have certainly learned a lot from our encounter. Enjoy your little celebration while you can.
What in the world was that? You defeated that thing, but this is no ordinary war, Captain. What we're doing won't be enough. That woman, the technology she commands.
Captain, I just received a priority communication from High Command. I'm putting it through now.
This is Admiral Alderdice, commander of the brave Imperian fleet. All forces in free waters are to set sail to Sandbank Straits and await my instructions.
What?
Our enemies have challenged us, but they have misjudged our mettle.
And he has misjudged the entire situation.
Today we shall give decisive battle and end this war in one blow. Onward, men, to victory!
To victory? That thing we fought was unlike any tech I have ever seen. And I've seen a lot of tech.
Set course for Sandbank Straits.
What? We can't hope to defeat that woman in her witchcraft.
Witchcraft? Are you feeling quite right? Did you hit your head?
I know it sounds crazy, but you saw her, Cerbera. She treated the cream of Gothian authority like schoolboys. We should be following her instead of Admiral Alderdice.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but
You can't always do what you want to do.
that, and we'll learn more on the seas than in the stockades for insubordination.
You want to end the war, but you're not willing to pay the price. The great war hero gives up.
Don't believe everything you read in the papers. You don't get to be a war hero by running off blindly. You get there by waiting for a window of opportunity.
Captain Gray, an honor to meet you, sir. We're here to escort you through the bar... what the hell?
Oh. An Aquarius serpent? I thought they were a myth. Be careful. They can swallow a ship whole.
I figured that part out, actually.
Captain Gray, I'm sorry to say this shelter offers the only protection from the artillery. The squad has just gone ahead to take it out.
Another artillery battery? How many of those giants do they have?
It only takes one. Incoming!
We're safe here. The second we're out in the open... So much for the squad that was supposed to take out the battery. Are you sure you like being out on your own?
Captain Gray, Late to parade duty, but always on time for battle. That Gothian battery is a serious annoyance. I need to see it silenced.
Huh. Gothians up to our ears, sea serpents, that woman Cerbera. That doesn't bother him. No investigation, just bluster.
Oh, so you've worked with the Admiral before then?
I have no further forces to assign you, Gray. Continue on. You must succeed alone.
A ship has escaped our battery fire and is heading our way, my lord. My lord?
Yes. Send the Sovereign Magnatus to meet them at the Narrows. Perhaps we can end this charade quickly.
The Sovereign. We won't survive against an Iron Wall's battery.
Attack the engines. We can hit them if we maneuver into position. Oh no, more serpents. Keep moving, or we'll end up as their lunch.
Or we could throw you overboard as a decoy. It's an option.
Wow! Did you see that eruption? It's a shame no one but us saw it.
Gray, what's keeping you? We are still under fire from that battery. Blast you! I've sent in bomber aircraft. See that the job is done.
So it is Captain Gray again. No other would make it as far. I only wish it did not have to end this way. Not everyone wanted this war. Gothians, engage the Imperial ship! This is no victory, Gray. Do you understand? She won't stop. Wait! What are you doing?
What just happened?
Well done, Captain Gray. Return to base, then join us in support. Quickly! All battleships, ready your broadsides and lock in for close rank action. Make every shot a bearer of our vengeance. The war ends here! Glory and eternal prosperity to all Imperia!
Their own admiral? Shot? Why? Something's off. But we have no choice. We have to fight.
Gray, our escorts are being overwhelmed. I've never seen so many. We require... your assistance, now!
The Gothians are taking our fire better than expected. By Her Majesty! Flagship just took a bad hit. All ships hurry to our support.
It's their flagship at the front that's doing this. The whole Gothian line protects it.
Then we will shoot our way right to it.
Good job, Captain Gray. A heroic victory. You followed orders impeccably.
Oh no. I'm getting a strange reading.
Captain Gray and Engineer Edison, is it? Nice job with the admittedly useless Gothian fleet. I wanted to thank you personally for all your hard work at Bear Bay. You will have the honor of witnessing the outcome of our little collaboration firsthand.
Why do I feel like things just went from bad to catastrophic?
Look at them. Iron walls. So slow, so helpless.
We have to stop that thing. If her creation reaches the damaged iron walls, it'll be the end of the Empyrean fleet. That thing goes against everything I know. Part serpent, part technology? I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't trying to kill us right now.
performance would stop me. Infuse the biotic R with right sense. Now you will have a fight.
Captain Gray, join the formation of the fleet.
Captain, the steering is not responding. I can't control the ship.
Listen, Gray, turn your ship around. That's an order. I will not tolerate another Bulwark Falls.
Captain.
Don't tell me. You can't open a line to the Admiral either.
Well, yes. How did you know?
Edison. Edison!
I've got a read on where Cerbera's headed. The signature left by those monster machine superweapons is hard to nail down, but I did it.
What do you think you're doing?
Exactly what you told me. I waited for a window of opportunity, and I took it.
The opportunity to be shot at by our own ships!
Tell me, Captain, why did the Admiral mention Bulwark Falls? No reason? So it is true. You disobeyed orders and won the Samorian War. I'm not doing anything you haven't done yourself.
I didn't say I disapproved, it's just... if anyone is going to disobey orders on this ship, it's going to be me.
I'm sorry I didn't include you. It won't happen again.
It better not. Now let's rev up the engine and get after Cerbera before old Dicey starts shooting.
Aye, aye, Captain. I've traced a generator battery like the one Cerbera used at Bear Bay. We may be able to use the element of surprise against her.
Some surprise. I don't think they quite heard us in the Gothian capital.
Okay, we're outnumbered, probably outgunned. At least we can go... go down fighting.
Giving up already? Good thing I decided to follow you. I've set up a small base of operations. Feel free to upgrade your ship. Enlist a squad, grab a refreshment.
Good fellow. You finally lived up to your name.
Whew. Our backs are safe. Now let's find those generators.
Hey, watch out for that witch's kitchen. She's got a turret battery out front. The waters are also quite hazy up here. You can't see much below the surface. Read me?
You're quite the expert at destroying those turrets, Captain. Now let's get inside.
Ah, nothing like a little bit of destruction to get the juices flowing. I'll get another squad up and running while you take a peek.
Deserted. She's a step ahead of us. Never mind. Let's
The gate! Did you do that?
Uh-oh. I may need to revise my whole deserted theory.
We're knocking loud, but it'll take some time before we can open the gate. Stay alive till we get there.
Brilliant. Can't really afford to do anything else, can I?
Turrets. Just what we need. Please tell me you're making progress, Commander.
Can you hold a little bit longer? I'm plowing through these doors as fast as I can.
Take your time. You'll either find us or our skeletons, but no rush.
Here comes the cavalry! Servants of evil masterminds, beware!
Our guns nearly melted, but we made it.
You're a crack shot, Captain. Cerbera used her generator base to get us, but failed on both counts thanks to you. And I think I got a signal that will lead us right to her. I'm feeling optimistic. Oh no. I'm losing her signal. I'm gonna fly ahead. Wish me luck.
No, the risk is too high. We don't know what defenses are active. Edison, get back here!
She could be starting up another Biotica right now. They're not playing by the old rules anymore. We can't either. Take a squad and follow me.
What did we catch in our trap? Why, it's a little Empyrean engineer. Squadron, take her down.
Damn it! My engines!
Polly!
Fish the mist out of the sea and make her presentable for Our Lady Cerbera. Follow me if you dare, Gray. I so want to be the one to take you down.
Damn her! Damn her! Damn her! When I get my hands on her...
You planning to sing love songs all day, or actually get her back?
Oh yes, quite right. Let's go!
And here you are. Squadron, launch the detonator barrier. Time for the final sacrifice.
You've nearly got him, Benjamin! Don't worry about me! Ah!
Edison is ours after her touching with her outburst. But have no fear, she will still see you. Squadron! Squadron! Vanquish her assault!
I was able to patch into the radio. If you can keep him occupied, I think I can steal a lifeboat and get away.
You little Empyrean pretender. It's you or Miss Edison. It's your choice. Time for the last goodbye.
Oh, just die already!
great job dealing with that mess of a man. Ah, I know that look. We'll find her safe, Benjamin. You did the right thing.
I'm tracking Cerbera to the center of the Gothian Empire. They'll be after us, and soon. We need to hurry.
You're not going.
You're afraid I'm gonna run off again, when you'd rather be the one taking the risks. Men and their hurt pride.
It's not my pride that's hurt. You could have died out there. You may still, and I can't lose you. I'm not willing to pay that price. You're too important, Polly.
That's ridiculous. You're the hero. I'm only important to the war effort if I'm helping you.
All your smarts and it never occurs to you.
What?
I'm not talking about the bleeding war effort.
What's the holdup? Time to head out.
Good fellow. Your timing is impeccable.
Thanks. Let's get moving, folks.
I'll head below to check on my tracking device.
I sometimes wonder who's really in charge here.
Captain?
Yes, you can stay on board.
No, thank you for saving me.
Don't thank me. The job's not done yet.
We're fully loaded, and no, we can't move any faster. You can use that squad of sonar ships until we reach Cerbera's base. I'm feeling an underwater ambush coming on.
Radar signal. Incoming aircraft. Multiple waves on mid-range.
Good fellow, your feelings are about as useful as sonar ships in an air raid. Damn it. Guided torpedoes. Forget about the airplanes and shoot the torpedoes out of the water. They'll sink our transports in no time.
I found the perfect site to build our structures. Come with me or watch me sink.
If he's headed where I think he's headed, there's still a ways to go. Keep firing.
the guns glowing. We're almost there.
Submarine attack! I guess the sonar ships will come in handy after all.
Ha! My feeling was right.
Following.
A safe anchorage at last. Thanks for the escort, Gray. Maybe you'll make a commander one day, just as soon as you stop disobeying orders.
It'll never happen.
Certainly not with you aboard.
Step right up. The finest equipment you could ask for is waiting just inside the Warshop and Squad Shop.
She's trying to mask the signal, but her energy source is unmistakable. Cerbera is behind that gate.
On your tail, sir.
That was just a welcoming party. Knock knock, Cerbera. We know you're home.
She's probably charging up her next monster.
That's it exactly. She's not ready. We may still have a chance to get to her before she's at full power.
And do you think she'd just open the gate to us?
No, but I have seen her generators before, and maybe if we did a little scavenging...
Intrusion detected within our borders. Attention! 13th Battle Fleet! Prepare to destroy the Empyreans!
That's the backbone of the Gothian home fleet. We won't stand a chance.
I know that look, Edison. Whatever you have in mind, do it. Now!
I think I can override the gate's power generators with her, radiation machine, for lack of a better name. It must be on one of these transports. Good. Now let's go get the projector.
Wait, there's more? We'll be target practice for the 13th Fleet if we have another low-speed chase.
I'm making this up as I go along. It's a risk, but if it works, we can end the war. Oh my. I'm so sorry, Benjamin. We're too late.
Attention! 13th Fleet! Move in and cut off the Empyrean rogue from its shelter! Destroy them once and for all!
Not so fast! This is Admiral Alderdice of the Empyrean forces. We followed the call of allies in need. The future of our empire rests upon our actions today. Engage the enemy with the full force of our righteous anger. Let our lives be an impenetrable wall.
He brought the entire Iron Wall fleet. How'd he find us?
I did a little math on our chances and decided to let old Dicey in on the plan. Downside, we may die in the crossfire and still have to listen to his ramblings.
I'll never be more happy to hear it. We owe you one.
You did it! I have everything I need. Now let's face Cerbera.
Might want to equip yourself with the best we have first. It all rests on you, Gray, but no pressure.
I have fitted out the constructor with my new electric beam. The Gothians will never be safe again.
Holy. You may want to revisit the durability of that device once we're done here.
Thought to find me off balance, did you? Far from it. I think you will recognize my newest Biotica Ultima. Attack.
Holy... That's Barasalov. How could... She turned him into one of those things.
And now one with the Vixen of the Seas in the back. Not you, good fellow. Cerberus' monstrous farewell.
That sound is music to the ears of this old admiral. To see a small ship mete out such destruction.
I could not have accomplished as much without Edison here.
Everything I did, I learned from Captain Gray.
That's what worries me. I must say I'm not liking this trend toward insubordination. But today, you have earned some peace.
I can't believe it.
Are you all right?
Everything's fine. It's like nothing ever happened. At least that's what the Admiral would like us to believe.
Old Dicey's just hoping New Gothian land means a nice summer home for him.
Not likely. The old days of fighting for 2 yards of land have come and gone. And I don't like what I've seen of what's to come.
You're talking crazy. If they're not fighting for land, then what are they after?
I wonder...